Welcome to episode 1 of Bandits Weekly, presented by Smash Supplements. My name is Nathan Crosby. This is the first episode of the official podcast of the Brooks Bandits. We're excited to be bringing you this every week this season. Thank you to Smash Supplements, where you can get everything you need to power through your day and load up. Located in downtown Brooks, open Monday to Friday, 10 to 6, and Saturday, 10 to 4. Brooks Bandits, it's been a busy last few months for the team. After winning the Centennial Cup in Portage in the spring, a short off-season, players reported at the beginning of August for the U20 Super Challenge in Karlstad, Sweden. What a trip that was. Unforgettable for the players and staff that went. An amazing arena that they have in Karlstad, where the Swedish Hockey League team plays, and of course all their developing programs as well. So it was a thrill to be there. Beautiful city, great hospitality, and the Brooks Bandits played so well at this tournament, never trailed, outscored their opposition 32-9, and got to play some under-20 national teams from Denmark and Hungary and France, a really good club team from Karlstad, the Faristad BK host team, and then of course the Norwegian team that they started the tournament against, and nothing but great things to say about how the players performed on the bigger ice, the double IHF rules. Congratulations to them, and thank you to the host team, Faristad BK, City of Karlstad, and of course the City of Brooks, County of Newell, and all our great fans who allowed us to go on a trip like that. It was a fantastic experience for everyone. So we got back from Sweden and fired right into the main camp, which had a bit of a different feel this year with the earlier reporting for the players to come back in that trip to Sweden. So a lot of them definitely had their rust shaken off prior to main camp, but it was a very competitive camp, and we got to see some great players that didn't go to Sweden showcase their stuff in front of our team here and our fans. The preseason saw the Bandits play the Okotoks Oilers 3 straight games. The first 2 were pretty crazy. The game that kicked off the week here in Brooks, Nick DeGraves ties it, goes to overtime. Huey Hooker scores 31 seconds in, and the Bandits win 3-2. Huey Hooker's heading into his 3rd season with Brooks and is starting to develop a reputation of scoring overtime goals. You remember the Game 4 overtime winner he scored in the league final last year up in Spruce. Had a memorable one during one of the Red versus Navy camp games just a few weeks ago, and then the opening exhibition game, that 3-2 overtime win. So that's how the week starts. Then the Bandits go to Okotoks on Friday night. This game was bonkers. Okotoks jump out to a 3-1 lead in the first, and it stayed like that for most of the game until the end of the second period. Kalen Fitzpatrick with a buzzer beater on the power play. That cuts the lead to 3-2, and then it was all Bandits in the third as they skate to a 5-3 come-from-behind win over the Oilers. Then Saturday, the game here, you saw the Bandits shut out Okotoks 4-0. Nathan Free had a pair of goals, and the Bandits go 3-0 in the preseason, and a very strong week for Brooks against a rival like that. Good things, good momentum heading into the regular season, which begins this weekend. Friday, September 15th up in Drayton Valley, and then Saturday, September 16th in Whitecourt. And of course, all the Bandits games will be broadcast this year on Real Country 105.7 with myself and Ken Fleury. And then they'll be available on Flow Sports, which is the new website where you can stream all of the AJHL games. So looking forward to this season. But before we go any further, we should hear from our guest, who's the new captain of the Brooks Bandits, and that is Nick DeGraves. Episode 1 of Bandits Weekly, presented by Smash Supplements. Our first guest is the captain of the Brooks Bandits, Nick DeGraves. So here we are at the beginning of another season, and this will be your 4th year of junior hockey. Of course, last year, you weren't with the Brooks Bandits, some time in the USHL before going to Penticton and winning another championship with the Vs. And of course, the year before that, you're in Brooks. You win an AJ championship, a Centennial Cup championship with us. You're back in Brooks. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it means a lot. This organization has been something that I want to be a part of since I was going through minor hockey, 13, 14 years old. So, to come back here and finish my junior career is really special to me, and I'm very fortunate.
What'd you learn last year with the Vs?
It's another top-tier program, so, it's run exceptionally well, and it's just a winning culture, same as here. So I was, very fortunate to end up in that position and to say that I played for 2 of the best organizations in Canada.
It's not often that a player gets another chance with an organization, but you find yourself in this situation, and not only that, you get to be the captain of this team. What does that mean to you?
Yeah, it's a tremendous honor for Ryan to put that trust in me, and trust in my abilities to lead the team. So, I've been, again, very fortunate to have some exceptional leaders through my time in junior hockey, and I'm looking forward to building on what they've taught me and incorporating that into my style of leadership.
What's it been like so far? You had the Sweden trip, camp, exhibition games, being the captain. What's it been like for you so far?
Yeah, I think the team's coming along really nicely. I think we're adjusting to the new roles, and I think we're building that team camaraderie that's really needed at the beginning of the year.
You mentioned some of the captains that you played under. I remember when you were an affiliate, Jake Lee was the captain here. Then COVID happened. Taylor McCarr during that COVID year wore the C. Then after that, Ethan Lund, when you guys won it all in Estevan. And then Dario Beljo, I know you weren't here last year, but he was our captain when they won again. And of course, Belge. Just talk about those players and what it was like to learn from them and what you've taken from watching them lead and how you're going to use that here.
Yeah, they were all so different in their approach to the everyday, but at the end of the day, all those teams were super successful. So it kind of just shows you, it doesn't matter really your approach, but if you get the results done, and I think I can incorporate, a couple things from each guy and do it my own way too.
What do you think it takes to be a successful captain here in Brooks?
I think it's just putting the needs above everybody else, above yourself. You kind of prioritize maybe when you're not the captain, your own individual well-being, but as the captain, you're responsible for everyone, and a lot of parents, guys are moving away from home, so you're responsible for them. So it's a new challenge for me, but I think I'm adapting well.
Sweden trip was awesome. What an experience for the team, and you got to take part in it. Your thoughts on going over to Sweden and your thoughts on how the team played, never trailing, winning all the games. What was your takeaway from it?
Yeah, it was a tremendous experience. Being from such a talent-rich country like Canada, not a lot of us get to compete on the international level. So being able to compete against those international teams was something that I had never done before and was, a lot of fun for us. So I think the way that we were able to play and control the pace of the game was just a testament to, what we're building here.
You get back, we have the main camp, and then the 3 games against Okotoks in the preseason. What was that like? Did it feel a little different this year with that trip to Sweden before it?
Definitely. I think, it's an adjustment being on that big ice and then coming back home. You're playing against maybe a bit more competitive teams, and, there's just less space on the ice, so there's less time to make plays, and guys aren't used to that. So, we're doing the best we can to just adjust to that, and we're in a good spot.
So the season begins this weekend. Drayton Valley Friday, Whitecourt Saturday. We get to play the first 3 games out on the road. How do you guys use that to your advantage?
Yeah, the north road trips are always a good team bonding experience. Long bus trips, and they're always tough games. The North is a really physical division, and we're going to be up to the challenge.
And no divisions this year. What's that like for the team? Does it feel a little different this year, knowing there's less matchups against Southern teams? There isn't those divisional races anymore. How does the players feel about that?
Yeah, every game's a 4-point game now. When we were going up north, we were just trying to get the points, but now since everybody's in the same division, every game's a 4-point swing. So, the games matter just, even more. So.
How are the cages and the fish bowls?
It was an adjustment for sure, but, I like to keep my teeth, so.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. We all need our teeth, especially if we're going to be on camera like this.
Yeah.
Looking good. Well, sometimes some guys can rock the look. But Nick, thanks for doing this. Congratulations on being named the captain of the team. Welcome back to Brooks. We're all very excited that you're a Bandit once more and looking forward to what's going to be an awesome year.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
It's Bandits captain Nick DeGraves. Thanks to Nick DeGraves for joining us on the first episode of Bandits Weekly. You'll be hearing from all the different players throughout the season on this podcast. Weekend preview for the Brooks Bandits. Regular season kicks off this weekend, Friday night in Drayton Valley. The Bandits have won 19 straight games against the Thunder dating back to November of 2013. New head coach in Drayton Valley, Jeff Walker behind the bench. Bandits certainly have been terrific in the month of September. Since the 2019-20 season, Brooks is 15-2-1 in games in the month of September. The Thunder, meanwhile, they're hoping to bounce back this year. Remember in 2021-22, they had that great run to the North Final. Last year they missed the playoffs, so they have a new head coach. Should be a tough test. It always is at the Omniplex in Drayton Valley, and kind of odd that we're starting the season there, but with this new schedule, that's just how it works out. Saturday, the Bandits will be in Whitecourt. Wolverines had a good team last year. They made the North semifinal. Bandits will face Whitecourt 3 times in their first 6 games. Whitecourt will be here the following weekend, and then at the Showcase in Calgary later this month, Brooks and Whitecourt face each other. Bandits looking to keep their streak going of never losing in Whitecourt, including the 2017 AJHL final. So looking forward to that matchup against the Wolverines on Saturday. Couple news and notes before we wrap things up. Shout out to Nick Percusic, our former captain and assistant coach. He signed a pro contract with the Greenville Swamp Rabbits of the East Coast Hockey League. So Perk is making his return to hockey. We wish him all the best, and he'll be playing with his former teammate and former Bandit Josh McKechnie. So good luck to them. I want to say congratulations to Bandits assistant coach Taylor Macon and his wife Rain on the birth of their new baby Mila, which of course she came into the world while we were over in Karlstad. Good luck to Brandon Scanlon. The former Bandits blue liner will be heading to the New York Rangers rookie camp. What an awesome summer it was for Bandits at development camps with NHL teams. We had 12 Bandits alumni at development camps. Well, Scans is now going to the rookie camp for the Rangers, so good luck to him. Shout out to Cale Makar, of course. The big news while we were over in Sweden, he's on the cover of NHL 24. So obviously, goes without saying, we're super excited about that. We had our Bandits golf tournament, of course, last week, 2 weeks ago at the Brooks Golf Club. Thanks to the Brooks Golf Club and all the golfers that participated. It was a hot day, but it was a lot of fun, and can't wait to do it again next year. Bandits' home opener is Friday, September 22nd against the Sherwood Park Crusaders. I think will be a strong team, so it should be a great matchup at the CRA. There's the free tailgate in the parking lot before, courtesy of McDonald's, Inner Pipeline and Top Corner Concession. And then we'll have the player introductions, and just over in that corner of the ice, we'll be unveiling some new banners from last year. Regular season champs, South Division champs, AJ champs, Centennial Cup champs. So we'll be doing all of that Friday, September 22nd, when the Bandits host the Crusaders, the first home game of the regular season. We're very excited to be bringing you this free podcast all season long. You can watch on YouTube or stream on Spotify. My name is Nathan Crosby. Thanks for tuning in to Bandits Weekly.